Hello, my name is Cressy Cornice. I am a senior from Auburn University majoring in English literature. Being from Pensacola, protecting our waters has always been incredibly important to me. Even at a young age, I hated that I could tell that spring breakers had been around by all the discarded trash on our beautiful Gulf Coast.
Hi, my name is Porter Kennedy. I'm a senior in finance, also from Auburn University. As an Eagle Scout, the natural environment has always been something that's very important to me, and I've spent a lot of time in, and my love for the environment was instilled in me at an early age.
Porter and I met each other our fall semester freshman year 4 years ago, and we've been good friends ever since due to our mutual passion for the environment. In fact, Porter was even one of the first members of a club I started at Auburn called For the Bees. This past summer, Porter approached me with a new idea called So Straws.
While I was working an internship in Washington, D.C. last summer, I noticed the prevalence of paper straws in restaurants and other places, so I decided to research this phenomenon. And what I found is the reason for the vast growth in the paper straw industry is because of, unfortunately, plastic straws and the staggering pollution that they cause. So when I got back to Auburn, I decided to do something about it. And I asked Cressy for her help in starting So Straws because we've both had a long-time commitment to sustainability. We went with the name So Straws to stand for Save the Ocean Straws.
By the year 2050, there will be more plastic in the ocean than fish by weight. Already today, 1 in 3 fish caught for human consumption contains plastic. This is because approximately 8 million pieces of plastic enters our ocean every single day, and that is the equivalent of 1 full garbage truck per minute dumping its contents into the ocean. One of the biggest culprits by far are plastic straws. Unfortunately, they are one of the top 5 items found in ocean cleanups, and they can't be recycled. They slip through the sorting cracks, and they contaminate the rest of the load and causes it to get disposed of as regular garbage. Additionally, it takes on average 200 plus years for a plastic straw to biodegrade. So meaning theoretically, every plastic straw ever made still exists. Now that we've addressed the problem with plastic straws, we need to establish the many issues with paper straws. I'm sure many of you have used a paper straw before, and it was not a good experience. It probably fell apart, it tasted gross, the quality is not okay. Secondly, they're expensive. At Target right now, you can buy a pack of 20 paper straws for about $5 from the birthday party section. So these are birthday party quality straws. That's far too expensive. And lastly, there are no viable options at these mainstream retailers. Like I said, you can buy cheaply made, expensive paper straws from Target or none at all from Walmart right now. All 3 of these factors are why paper straws have a bad rep, and they are completely valid. But we need an alternative. We can't just ban straws outright. People have disabilities, people have sensitive teeth. It's time for a better straw.
Fortunately, this isn't where the story ends. So Straws delivers high-quality paper straws and a passion to make a difference. Our high-quality paper straws are on the cutting edge of sustainability because they take only 30 to 60 days to biodegrade, as opposed to the 200 plus years that plastic straws take to biodegrade. So Straws was founded on 3 main values, the first being quality. We tested many different types of straws, and we went with the most premium and sog-resistant straw we could possibly find. The second value is price. We maintain prices that are affordable to our consumers, as well as we are price competitive with even the largest paper straw firms. And the third and most important quality or principle of So Straws is our charity. Our environmental initiatives are the bedrock of So Straws, and this is what sets us apart from other paper straw companies. We donate a percentage of our profits toward ocean benefiting charities.
I'm sure many of you have noticed that paper straws have been a hot topic in the media in the last year or 2. In fact, all of the articles you see on these screens were written within the last 2 weeks of this presentation. Cities, universities, restaurants, hotels are all beginning to make these important changes to better our environment. And this is creating a rise in demand for paper straws like we have never seen before. In fact, this year, a market researching company did a study on the paper straw market. On the very leftmost graph, it starts with 2019, where we are now, and it ends in 2028. And across that 8-year period, it projects that it will triple in size, which would make it an almost $9 billion market. The graph on your right shows the average life cycle of a product's popularity. As you can see, we're at the cusp of the growth stage, showing immense room for potential and further growth.
So let's go over retail sales for a moment. So for retail sales, we sell 50 straws in each of our custom boxes that you have in front of you, and those were personally designed by Cressy. Each box is sold for $6.99 and can be found on Amazon, Etsy, SoStraws.com, and other platforms. And this brings in an almost 80% profit margin, which gives us a lot of profits in order to give to these charities. We're already seeing strong retail sales, and those are continuing to grow. Moving on to bulk sales, we have two main categories. The first, we sell to restaurants and food services. We sell them loose straws, along with, most of the time we sell them our custom-made straw dispensers that were also designed by Cressy, and that brings in a 44% margin. And our second category of bulk quantities is to grocers and retailers. And for that, we sell them our custom boxes in bulk, and that brings in a 52% profit margin. Companies can find bulk pricing info on our website, SoStraws.com. And right now, we're in several restaurants, including Acre, Amelia's, and the Auburn campus dining services, among others. We close deals weekly. In fact, yesterday we met the COO of the Texas Rangers, who expressed serious interest in purchasing SoStraws for the stadium. He mentioned that they use over 30,000 straws per game, and we have a scheduled meeting with him next week. Moving on to business model, we employ the keystone pricing method, which is we sell our bulk for double our costs, and we sell retail for quadruple our costs. Our goal is to reach 5% of the paper straw industry in the US over the next 5 years, which would project our revenues to be $45 million over that time period. And this is given the over $1 billion and expanding quickly US paper straw industry.
The trend of cities banning plastic straws are growing, with right now a total population of 8 million in these cities combined. And that number is going to keep getting bigger. Right now, the states California and Hawaii, as well as the city of New York, are all currently in the middle of deliberating a plastic straw ban. They're following in the footsteps of others like Seattle, DC, and Miami Beach, just to name a few. Secondly, we build partnerships with world-renowned ocean-saving charities. We have an official partnership with the Coral Reef Alliance, and we also donate to Oceana and the Ocean Conservancy. All of these charities fund science-based solutions for a healthier ocean, as well as funding ocean cleanups. And lastly, we participate in events locally and countrywide to promote the So brand. For example, just a few weeks ago, Auburn University had a Skip the Straw Day, and they supplied our straws at their on-campus restaurant, Fresh from the Plains, where they are now permanently stocked.
Currently, there's very limited competition in the paper straw industry, so that gives us a chance to gain an early foothold on the market. Most paper straw companies only focus on massive bulk quantity shipments, so that really limits their ability to sell to individual consumers, which drives their brand recognition down. So you have some examples, for example, Target, they have low quality straws. Aardvark Straws is a very expensive brand, and they only deliver in massive bulk quantities, whereas So Straws is a high quality paper straw and very affordable.
Being a startup, we have an incredible competitive advantage as we are among first movers with very little competition. Before this presentation, some of you might have heard of Aardvark straws, but like Porter said, they only sell in massive bulk quantities and not to the individual consumer like we have the capability of doing. Secondly, we sell a premium product. We personally tested around 100 paper straws to find the very best one, all of which I stuck in my smoothies to find the perfect So straw. Thirdly, we have the ability to expand the SO brand, being that it stands for Save the Oceans. We would like to roll out more products that would replace more single-use plastics. For example, SO cups, SO plates, SO bags, SO forks. We have a lot of potential there. And lastly, we have brand recognition with the SO name. Right now, not many people can name a straw company off of the top of their heads, but Auburn students can say SO straws. The public opinion is growing towards paper straws, but more specifically, we are receiving positive press and feedback and getting great reviews from our customers. And this is because our customers feel a close connection with us. We're not just some company trying to cash in on this new trend of sustainability. This is shown through our dedication to the environment and supporting our customers. You can see this through our high engagement rates on our social media, as well as all of our repeat customers.
Skeptics argue that simply making the switch from plastic to paper straw really doesn't do much in the whole overarching problem of plastic pollution. But we believe that helping people to make this switch from plastic to paper will empower them to make even larger steps.
We want to do more than just sell paper straws. We want to raise awareness and make a difference. Our company will cheer you on every step of the way by sharing more tips and changes we can all make to better our environment and hopefully roll out more SO products soon.
I invite and encourage you to join us in our initiative to help save the oceans and the environment.
Thank you, and are there any questions?
First of all, very good presentation. Having spent several years in the restaurant industry with PepsiCo, I can see this being something that they would get behind as well. Question, where's your operations? Where would you be actually manufacturing the product across the country if we say we went to a national distribution?
Right now we outsource it and we're working on an exclusivity agreement with them as far as manufacturing goes.
There's only one paper straw manufacturer in America right now, and they're very expensive and they're not great straws.
So your guys' business case is selling to the individual, right?
Well, we believe that the individual sales right now is something very important to build brand recognition, but ultimately what's really going to drive most of the revenues that will allow us to donate more to charities will be bulk shipments. Just for example, the Texas Rangers, if they were purchasing from us, they'd be purchasing 5, 6, 7, 8 million straws per year. And like I said, we have that meeting next week, but bulk will be our main, and we're already selling in bulk, but that's going to be our main stream of revenue.
Just a few thoughts there. I can't think of the last time I ever bought a straw.
Right.
You know, I'm sure most folks here are in agreement. And if your go-to-market, if where you think there's the most feasibility with respect to building a business is bulk, laser focus, my friends. There's riches and niches, right? Because you don't have enough cash and talent and resources to go toe-to-toe with some of the bigger folks. So I'm really big on finding niches. Right? I used to clean all the dirty laundry for big film and television productions. There was no one going toe-to-toe with me to win over Law & Order, but Law & Order's on like their 34th season or something ridiculous like that, so I had a really nice niche, and if you guys can corner the arenas, for instance, that would be a really good starting place for you guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What is the raw material that the straw is made of, and do you have any intellectual property protection for the manufacturer of the straw?
They are just a regular paper straw, but what makes them different is that it's more layers of paper. That's how they're soggy resistant and they last a lot longer. And I'm glad that you bring up the patent thing because it's pretty difficult to patent a straw. But like the company Tom's, they had a very difficult to patent product. It's just a canvas shoe over a sole, and many people copied them. And they also had a charitable mission. And as you guys probably remember, other companies tried to copy them and it failed. And we're the first mover here, just like Tom's was.
And along with that, like I said, we're working on a exclusivity agreement with our manufacturer.
Thank you.
So you'll get a lot of cachet out of what the straw looks like when you start. How are you guys thinking about going into bulk or doing something with another with the Rangers or something, and just how are you thinking about the design?
Right. Right now, we like the bamboo because that's kind of our brand recognition. That's
Yeah.
our play. But we, with our manufacturer, we have several different designs that we're allowed to do. And for the Rangers, for example, their colors are what? Red and blue, right?
Yeah.
So, we have capabilities of most any designs. Right now, like I said, we went with that for brand recognition for the bamboo.
And many restaurants prefer them in all black, so we've been able to do that.
Okay, great. Thank you. Well done. Thank you.
Yes, very well done. So, quick question. What worries you at night?
I can answer this. Honestly, it's just convincing people that our straws are good because so many people will come into this hating paper straws, and they have a completely valid reason to hate paper straws because honestly, they are terrible quite often. So really, we just have to accomplish that hurdle and prove to them that we have the best paper straw.
Thank you.
Welcome.
So, a question about your website. So, I'm on it right now.
Okay.
So you've got the box, and you go on with a free Sew Straw sample, and then you do the custom Sew Straw bulk order. Both of them say 0.
Yes, ma'am.
So, if free is about brand adoption and about driving sales, might you want to call something, make a bigger deal out of it or something like that? in
Yes,
terms of-
with the free sample, whenever you go to checkout, it asks for $1 for shipping. So
Okay.
that's how we can cover that. And then with the bulk order, that's just an easy way we can get the form as quick as possible. They
Okay.
wouldn't have to pay anything or enter a credit card. They would just have to hit checkout and we would get that form sent to us.
Okay.
Do you think you have to give it away for free? Because unlike John, we actually do buy straws in our family household. Just sometimes free strategy works, but other times it devalues the product that you're trying to enter into the market.
Absolutely. And we are selling these boxes for probably more expensive than plastic straws. So we have to earn that. We have to prove to them that we have the best paper straw. And I think the free sample thing is a great way of doing that. For example, we had a woman was she in Connecticut? I think.
Yes, yeah.
Connecticut. She ordered a free sample from us, and then she contacted us again because she wanted our straws at her wedding.
And to that end, the financials aren't totally clear on unit economics and OpEx and the like. What's it going to take? Okay, there's a rough numbers. To get from here to there, what's your capital requirements for the next 2 years per se?
So right now we want to be at, as far as revenue, right, and I'll talk about requirements in a second, but as far as revenue, we want to be in the next year or two, we want to reach that $1 million mark, right? After that, we want to quickly, we hope this will expand, snowball, and but we want to reach that $1 million mark in the next year and a half. So right now, our capital requirements in order to gain inventory is number one, and two, customer acquisitions. Obviously, I don't have a specific number for you that we would like, but maybe $40,000 might be a good number to start with.
And what do you think the CapEx is to run your own manufacturing? Just rough numbers, to make your own straws internally.
Right. The problem is there's only one plant, you might say, or manufacturer in America, so we can't really bring our operations over here yet. But as far as
Is it a $10 million factory? Is it a $5 million factory?
right. I would say $10 to $15 million in order to bring it over to the U.S. And there are some locations where that might be, we could get the costs down, just low cost of living and construction, all that. But that's looking forward a couple of years. And right now we're working on, like I said, that exclusivity agreement. That would be huge in securing our intellectual property and business model.
Is this being done in China?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Please join me in thanking Auburn University.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you very much.